Hello viewers, welcome back to my page. I will be telling you a story of the time a werewolf crossed my yard. I know this may sound crazy, but I figured this would be a good place to share my story. It was around 2015 or 2016. I remember it being in the summertime, the trees and brush was still full and lush. My wife and I live on 12 acres of land in Mt. Juliet, Tennessee. The land was mostly wooded with maybe 3 acres around the home cleared out with the exception of random spaced trees. 2 acres in the front yard and about 1 acre in the back. The house was built in 1969 and the state of the home was original to the year, down to the shag carpet lol. We originally moved in back in 2014 and over the years of living there we gradually worked on remodeling when we had the extra time and money. The land had 2 small barns on the property we turned into chicken coops. We also decided to add a sheep. Side note, the home itself always had an unsettling feeling. The basement had a dark evil feeling with a freezer full of animal carcasses and a gallon bucket full of frozen blood that was there when we moved in. But that's another story of its own. So over the span of living there we had problems keeping our chickens alive. We couldn't find how something could be getting in. One day we got home from grocery shopping in the early afternoon to find all of our chickens dead and spread across our backyard. It didn't make sense. We had that heavy-duty hardware cloth wire caging that was torn like something clawed through it. We were concerned and weren't sure of what to do. After all, we had the sheep to worry about. I began setting out at night and different times of the day when I had the time. I thought maybe I could hunt whatever it was that was killing our animals, but nothing ever showed up. We kept a close eye on our sheep the best we could, making sure he was well protected. That was until one random morning we go out to feed him and found him out of his stable and lying there in the backyard not moving. We still don't know how he got out. He had no marks or explanation to what happened to him. The only thing coming to mind is a fear-induced heart attack. Now on to the sighting. Like I said, it was summertime. I had the windows open cause our AC wasn't working very well on the second floor and was trying to get a breeze through the house. My wife was at work. Meanwhile, I'm working on putting our laundry away in our upstairs bedroom. I began hearing this deep growl sound and a slightly higher pitch growly sound with it. I couldn't tell what it was, so I stuck my head out the window to listen better. I could hear coming from the woods on the right side, slowly getting louder, slowly getting closer to being in view. As the sound drew near, my heartbeat sunk. I felt fear and dread. I was scared, but I wasn't sure why. That was until it came into the clearing. There it was. This giant werewolf walking across my front yard. It was walking on all fours. It had a giant canine head, a large humped back, a long bushy tail, and its fur was thick on its chest and back and thinned out on its legs. Its joints bent like ours as it walked, its back legs bent like our knees do, and its front legs bent like our elbows do. As it was walking into the front yard, I was able to measure it up by it walking past a tree. It was at least 5 foot, standing on all fours to its shoulders. So I imagine it being 7 or 8 foot tall on its hind legs. The slightly higher pitch sound was coming from behind it. Following behind was an identical pup. I was in such shock I couldn't move. Frozen in what I was witnessing, I didn't even think to try to photograph it. I guess in that moment I didn't want to miss anything. It carried on across the front yard, going deeper into the woods. I told my wife about it and never seen it again after that day. Also never went outside without protection after that. We ended up moving out in 2018. Just wondering if anyone else has any encounters like this in TN or anywhere. Drop your comment down below, share and follow this page for more. Thanks.